Catherine Feore, EU reporter. Yesterday, the United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights called on the international community to establish an independent international body to carry out a comprehensive investigations of violations in Yemen. The European Parliament called for an arms embargo in February of this year. Given that the allegations of breaches of humanitarian law by Saudi Arabia are well-founded, is it time to call for an embargo on the sale of arms to Saudi Arabia? And does the Commission intend to uphold its own EU Code of Conduct on arms sales, the so-called common position?
I mean, what I can tell you on Yemen, because your question asked on Yemen, it's like, of course, we reiterate our firm commitment to the UN process and all the efforts in pursuing negotiation and trying to find an agreement amongst the Yemeni parties. That's important. We already said, and we say all the time, that only a political solution is the realistic solution to the conflict. And we expect all parties to move in good faith towards a difficult compromise, refraining from stepping up hostilities and from undertaking any unilateral action that could jeopardize what I mentioned, this political solution. Following your call, what I can tell you on the UN call for an international investigation of violation of international humanitarian law, that's what I can tell you on that. It's like we continue to support the independent investigation of violation against international humanitarian law in Yemen, and that we stated in several occasions. I'll refer you to the Council conclusion of April 2015 and the last one in August as well. We had a joint statement on High Representative and Stylianidis on the issue. So that's really what I can tell you about our position in Yemen.
Follow-up?
Is the Commission going to use and uphold their own EU Code of Conduct on arms sales? The current sales from both France and the UK to Saudi Arabia appear to be contrary to that Code of Conduct. Are you going to do anything about it?
I confirm you really on what I tell to you on the situation on Yemen is that, as you know, decisions on sales of arms to third countries are made by member states. We don't comment on them. So as European Commission and EU, what I told you on Yemen, it's what is on position and what our efforts are focused on. So in terms of our competencies, the political situation, the humanitarian situation, so I don't have further comment to make.